Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Foley, and I will be the teacher for all students online that have Social Studies Essentials. Social Studies Essentials is kind of a mix of a lot of different topics. It includes government, Wisconsin Indian Nations, economics, and world organizations. And because of that, we don't have a Plato class that's already created. And so this class will be created from material that I use in the classroom. So if you're learning online, you're learning the exact same things that my students are learning in the classroom, just in a digital form. So what this video is all about is kind of giving you a reference to how the class can operate, what it will look like, and hopefully answer any questions you have. But as always, you can feel free to email me if you have any questions. I will include that in the email that this video is coming with, and I'm always glad to meet and help however I can. So here's what we have. I'll be sharing with you my screen. And to start, we'll look at Google Classroom. Now, each of you, I have added to Google Classroom already. If you go to your school email, you'll see something that, an email that will allow you to join into my classroom. And then, yeah, you'll be all set. So Google Classroom is where everything is located for class. You have a few pages on the top. If you look here, the stream will be where I'll put announcements and other information for what you need to do each day, and just kind of a check-in, things like that. Classwork is where most things are that you need. That'll include the slide deck that will have specific daily instructions, all your materials, and things like that. The people page will include the students in class, and that right now has the students I've invited, but it'll show more later on. And the grades tab, don't worry about. I'll be doing grading through Infinite Campus. So right now I want to look at the classwork tab and give you a feel for how this is going to operate. Now, the intro materials is going to be kind of some intro things. Many of these things we won't cover ourselves because these are for the first week before you start school. I will have you do a student survey, however, which is right here, and you can click on it, open it, and basically for that, I just ask that you answer some questions about who you are, what you're interested in, so I can get to know you better. All questions are optional. If you don't feel comfortable filling one in, you don't need to. What you will see after this is 2 sections for each unit that we do. Right now, we're focusing on government first. So you have a handout and materials section. And for that, you have videos, readings, all kinds of different things like that. So sometimes, if I'm doing basic notes, I will include the notes in this bottom section, which is your assignments, and you can fill those in, and you can either use a PowerPoint, or I've done some video lectures, like this one. And you can click on this, and it will play a small video lecture of me explaining the notes to you. And so this is a way for you to, review information, but also hear my explanation of it. So hopefully it becomes a little bit clearer. So you have things like video lectures. I'll put in support videos from other websites that help you to understand some of the material better from a different perspective. I'll put in some things like this. This is a prep quiz that you can take before an actual quiz will take. And so you can try it out with a document that looks like this and try to fill in the blanks in terms of what the answers are. And then I've also included the answer key here so you can also see what the answers are and see how you did to prepare. Other features I'll include are things like Quizlet, and this is a great study tool that will allow you to work with the vocabulary and specific information that you have. So you can do it in flashcard form. You can have it create a little test for you. You can do all kinds of different things with Quizlet, so that's pretty cool. So this section here, handouts and materials, just provides all that you need for that. Sometimes there'll be documents you need, and they'll be in here as well. And sometimes you'll have videos. So if you're working on an assignment and you need some background info, it's in handouts and materials. Now the assignments and assessments will be below, and I will make them available to you as we go day by day basis. So for example, your first one here is notes, government basics. And so as you watch my video lecture, you'll fill in some answers to the questions here. And that's how that operates. Other times you'll have something such as the graphic organizer. And for this, there'll be a graphic organizer you fill in that looks like this. But you'll also see that you have a PDF, which is the reading that fits with it, and a video instructions. A lot of times if I put video instructions and it's a longer video like this, I will read the document and I'll explain and kind of go through question by question. And so this video instruction, it looks like 21 minutes, it is, but by the time you're done with it, if you stop and pause, you can also fill in that graphic organizer. So that makes it pretty easy to work with. So there's a variety of different assessments. They're all here, and all the information you need from them is either linked with the assessment down here, or you'll find it in the handouts and materials above. So that's how Google Classroom will work. Those are the biggest areas that you have. Now, to understand what you're doing every day, we have what's called a slide deck, and all teachers are creating these. It's a day-by-day basis for what you need to do. So this is also in the classwork tab, and let's take a look at that. So this slide deck is for online students and students in my physical classroom, because what happens is online students, this is what you do each day. If I have a student that's sick or in quarantine from my physical classroom, they will come on here and do the same things that you're doing, so that everybody can stay on track with where they need to be. So a few things about this. Right here is your calendar, and you're going to want to look at the day to see what you're supposed to do for that day. Now, I don't have anything filled in for you yet because we're not in September, but I did create an example from August. So let me make this a little larger here, and let's take a look at that. So what you'll do is you'll go into the actual date. We'll pretend it's Tuesday, 25th of August. You'll click on the date, and then I will have information here on what you need to do that day. And so, you know, you need to sign up for Google Classroom, you need to watch these videos, take the student survey. I explain where to find the information and all those different things. Sometimes where this Panther is, I'll have a video that you can watch that'll explain what we're doing that day as well. It just kind of runs through it in 2-3 minutes so you know exactly what you need to do. So hopefully that'll make it easy for you to figure out what to do daily. And this down here takes you back to the calendar view. So the slide deck is just your day-by-day information on what to do, where to find it, and hopefully I can add some videos in to explain all of that as well. So that's what we have in terms of the slide deck in Google Classroom. I've also created and shared in the email a document. Let me find it here. With some answers to questions that you might have. And so this is a pretty easy setup. I think it'll help you if you have some questions. How will I know what to do each day? How do I get help if I need it? What will online learning look like? Will I work alone or with other students? What are Google Classroom and the Remind app? And what happens if you're sick or absent for some reason? So if you click on one of these, it'll give you the information, and then you can click on the return to home page below to go back to that page with the questions. A few things I will mention. I'm going to have a daily check-in time where if you want to check in for 15 minutes, I'll explain what you do that day and you can ask any questions. This may be a nice way for my students to see me every day and, you know, to have me run through. I can share my screen like I'm doing right now and show you exactly what you need to do. So that's pretty nice. So if that is something that you want to do, you certainly can. It's optional. You need to know which block you're in because there are different times, and you will join through Zoom. Here's the link. Here's the passcode if you need it. It's all right there. So every day, 8:30 to 8:45 for second block, 8:45 to 9 for third block. Those are the times I had to choose because that's when I have prep and don't have students at school. Now, there may be some days where I can't make it because I have a meeting or I need to fill in for a sick teacher, whatever it might be. On those days, I'll try to have a video with information there. So the second one I wanted to look at, how do I get help if I need it? These are times that I am available or can be available. We can meet through a video conference. We can meet through a phone call. You can always email me and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. But when you look at the times, you'll see that the 7 to 7:30 and the 9 to 9:30 are by appointment. I am going to try to be in at school 7 to 7:30, and we could certainly set up something then if you need some help. The 9 to 9:30 is during my prep. So that varies depending on what my responsibilities are. That's why it's by appointment for that. Now, 3:30 to 4 on Mondays and Thursdays, that's going to be an open Zoom. And so any Monday or Thursday, if we're in school, you can pop in between 3:30 and 4, and I can help you out however you need it. So that's always available. And there may be multiple kids in those sessions. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, that'll be by appointment. And so, yeah, you can email me and we can set up an appointment. Again, the before school time may vary a little bit depending on meetings. We'll see how that goes. Right now, it's just, we're figuring everything out, so we have to be a little bit flexible. But I will try, however possible, to meet and help you when you need it. I do have 80+ students in my classroom throughout the day, so that makes it a little more difficult. But hopefully we can find some times where you and I are both available if you need some help. So feel free to look through these. And then if you have any questions, you can certainly send those to me. Other things I wanted to mention, we're supposed to let students know that you need to do a daily check-in through Infinite Campus. And so you go into Infinite Campus and there'll be a section where you check in, just it's kind of like your attendance for the day of sorts. And so that's something that you should do on a daily basis. I also am asked to show, are you active in some way in my class during the day? And so that may be you turned in an assignment, you had a video conference with me, you did the morning check-in, you sent me an email of questions, whatever it might be. And so we really want to be available on a day-by-day basis. In terms of how I set things up, I will put everything up for the next day, and we'll work one day at a time. And the reason for that's really simple. I want to keep you on track with the students in my class. And what will happen then is, let's say that second quarter, you're looking at coming back to school. When you come into classroom second quarter, you'll be at the exact same spot as my students in the classroom, which is really beneficial. So that's why we do that. Outside of that, like I said, online and in person are the exact same information. It may be a little bit different format because we may have more group work in the classroom, but otherwise it's the same format. And lastly, I just ask for flexibility. This is an interesting time, and I know that I will be called upon to fill in here and there during the school day for other teachers, or added meetings will come in, whatever it might be. So I will provide whatever time is needed. But I also have to be flexible, and we're all figuring this thing out right now. So if you have any questions or concerns, my email address will be in the email that you're receiving this video with. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's have a good school year. So we'll go from there. And as always, ask if you have questions. Thanks.